All right. Welcome to NFL picks. Man, we've been doing bad I've been doing bad in the picks department. I mean, 25, 22, and 1. That's unacceptable. That's just unacceptable. We need to do better. We need to do better. Let's see if we can do better this week. Miami and Cincinnati. Now, only two undefeated teams remain. Miami and Philly, which I don't think many people had as the last two undefeated teams. But I think that comes to an end tonight. After Cincinnati made it to the Super Bowl last year, started 0-2, got back on the right foot with a win last week, coming home Thursday night against the top team in the NFL, as of now at least. I think they're going to get a win. I think Joe Burrow's going to ball out against Tua like he did at LSU and when Tua was at Alabama. And I'm gonna take Cincinnati to win this one. Minnesota and New Orleans, two teams that lost last week. Or no, Minnesota won. They beat Detroit. I think Minnesota's got this one. New Orleans I don't think they're that good. Lost to Carolina last week. That was not a good showing. I'm gonna take Minnesota. Atlanta and Cleveland. Atlanta looks better last week. And Atlanta actually has some playmakers on that team. Kyle Pitts, Cordero Patterson, Marcus Mariota didn't look too bad. I know Cleveland's coming off a big win, but I'm going to take the Falcons at home. I like their chances. Dallas. Think about this. They're looking better with Cooper Rush at quarterback. Dak. What does that say about you, big bud? Remember when Tony Romo was the quarterback and got hurt week 1, and then the backup came in and did really well and became the starter? What was his name again? I can't remember. Someone let me know in the comments. But that might be happening to Dak Prescott. Hopefully you guys got that joke. Cooper Rush looked pretty good, and the football team, or the Redskins, or the Commanders, or the Commodes, or the Commies, whatever they're called now, I don't think they're going to win. Seattle and Detroit. Detroit's actually looking good. I know they're 1-2. I think they're 1-2. But they're looking good, man. I think that they're finally going to get like a good deserved win. They almost beat Philly and they almost beat Minnesota. I mean, you can't almost beat teams and succeed in the NFL, but Seattle's a team that they should be able to win against. I think they should have a good home performance. Indianapolis and Tennessee. I don't know how Indianapolis beat the Chiefs, but they did. Tennessee beat the Raiders. I think Indianapolis gets pulled back down to Planet Earth. I think they're going off a little high off that win. I'm gonna take Tennessee. Give me the ground game, Derrick Henry. Bears and Giants. I saw something that was like the Bears have like the least amount of pass attempts like ever in the NFL through like 3 weeks or something. I don't know. The Giants, bad loss against Dallas. That was a game I feel like most Giants fans thought they should have won. Tough loss to your most hated rival. I'm taking an upset. Taking the Bears. I know they're my favorite team. I probably shouldn't believe in them with how bad they played against the Texans and somehow won. But I smell an upset here. I don't think that New York is that good. I think that the Bears' run defense can bottle up Saquon Barkley, and I think they get another low-scoring defensive battle win. Jacksonville ran the Chargers off the field. Oh my goodness, what was it, 38-10 that game was? Something like that? Oh my goodness. I know the Chargers had a bunch of people hurt and this and that and this and that and this and that, but nobody thought the Jaguars were going to win that game, let alone blow out the Chargers. But Philly's looking like the best team in the NFL. I mean, they just are. 3-0. They're at home. I think Jacksonville, also like Indianapolis, gets pulled back down to planet Earth this week. I'm gonna take Philly. The Jets and the Steelers. The Jets aren't back to what they used to be, which used to be. I mean, we're talking like 10 plus years ago. I think Pittsburgh should be able to win this game. Pittsburgh does. I will say Pittsburgh loves to play down to their competition. They love doing that. So maybe the Jets get a win. I just don't see it. Buffalo and Baltimore. This is going to be the best game of the week, in my opinion. I think this is the best game of the week. Two great high-powered offenses that can score a lot. Two defenses that are pretty good, but I think the offenses are going to take center stage in this one. Bills coming off a really tough loss to Miami. Baltimore also lost to Miami in pretty tough fashion. I think Baltimore's going to get this win at home, though. I think Lamar is going to tear up Buffalo's defense. I think this is going to come down to who has the ball last. Honestly. That's how good of a game this is going to be. I'm going to take the home team, though. I'm going to take the Ravens. Chargers and Texans. I know the Chargers have this person hurt and that person hurt. The Texans don't have a win yet, and blah 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 blah. And they're at home, and I think the Chargers are gonna figure it out. They gotta figure it out this week, or their season is done. I mean, they're not starting 1-3 making the playoffs. So I'm gonna take the Chargers. Texans just aren't good. Arizona and Carolina. I mean, I'm not a big Arizona believer, but Carolina's just not great. I don't know how they beat the Saints, but I think Arizona should have this one on wraps. Get revenge from the 2015 NFC Championship game when these two teams played in Carolina, and Carolina ran them out of the building. That game was anything close. New England and Green Bay. Well, New England, will they have Mac Jones available? I don't think so. He had to get carried. There was a pretty scary video of him getting carried to the locker room, like screaming in pain. So I don't think he's going to be there. And Green Bay's at home anyway. I think they'll win. I never put my score for this one. Actually, I'm going to change this. I think the Raiders get win number 1. I forgot to edit the score. I'm sorry. I think Raiders get win number 1. Denver has, wow, they might be the most unimpressive looking 2-1 team out there. Besides, maybe my beloved. They just haven't looked good. Lost to Seattle week 1, and then barely beat the Texans, just like the Bears. And then really should have lost to the 49ers, but 49ers, I mean, I don't know what's going on with them. Denver just hasn't looked great, and the Raiders are, talk about a team that really needs a win. They're 0-3. And they haven't played. They've played some good teams. They've had a close game with 3. They barely lost to the Chargers, barely lost to the Cardinals in overtime, and then barely lost to the Titans. They've had 3 close losses against good teams. I'm gonna take Vegas. They need a win. I think they're gonna go out there and get one. Kansas City and Tampa Bay. 2 teams also coming off pretty bad losses. Kansas City got beat by the Colts, and the Bucks lost to the Packers. They almost tied the game at the end. They're down 14-6, and they scored a touchdown, and then they got to delay a game on the 2-point try to tie, and they didn't get it. I'm going to take the Bucks, though. Brady is not letting his team go down without a fight. He's going to drag this team to the playoffs come hell or high water. And Mahomes has struggled against Brady. I know that's not the main thing. I just think that the Bucks defense will be good enough, and I think they can finally break it out, the offense, for like a good game. They haven't had a good offensive game yet. I think this is the game they break it out. Primetime Sunday night. Now, Monday night, San Francisco and the Rams. I'm going to take San Francisco. A lot of these like good teams, they're a good team. I know people are going to be like, oh, no. I know they've looked bad this season. They lost to the Bears, although I don't think you can take much away from that mud swamp of a game. And then who'd they beat? I forget who they beat. I think they beat Seattle. And they lost to the Broncos. I think that they're also going to rebound this week. I believe in Jimmy G. He's a top 10 quarterback in my opinion. He is. The Rams have struggled against San Francisco, especially on the road. I think that trend continues here on Monday night. My pick is with San Francisco. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. And, I'll see you around next time.